Alrighty. Hello everybody. Welcome back to another episode. I'm your host, TedTokez, and we got some World of Tanks gameplay again, so let's get right into it. This first match, you catch us in the middle of a battle. Looks a little intense, but it's really just one light tank inside of an entire team. Mostly worried about me, but I probably brought that light tank back to the center of that group. Knowing the way I play, I doubt I was just chilling back there. Looks like we got a lot of nothing going on in the 2-line besides them losing the advantage they gave themselves. The center of the map still holding strong. They got this light tank to deal with, a new light tank maybe, but another light tank, nonetheless still an enemy. Nice little rotation. A few chip-aways into it through the smoke with the recounter. Slight adjustment from the enemy team, or from the teammate while I'm chasing the enemy. There we go, we finish off that one. We still hold the main presence of that middle ground right there on the map. Looks like I'm going down to that 2-line south to help out with whatever's left over there, while they maintain the advantage that they now currently gained in the center of the map. You can see, oh, right there. That was mid-recording or something. You know, I probably did. That's probably what it was. I recorded 2 minutes previous and then started the 60 minutes. And that's what that little blip right there was. But you can see that the 8-9 line is kind of a failure for our team. Granted, you know, we didn't have much presence to begin with over there. However, that is where the majority of the enemies currently are. So, if you're in that 2 line, you're probably not doing anything to impact the game. Right? You were helping other players impact the game. That's all they're doing. That's why they're moving up currently. I don't need them to move up for you to believe me. The reality is the fact that they moved up will allow them to actually be involved in this altercation between the two teams. Maybe they would have shots from back there on those little hills that they like to hide out on and get chip away free points, but the reality is they don't have as much capability as somebody in or on the battlefield. Rest of this match, we're just gonna let the team. Hey, there was that one guy we flipped. We're just gonna let the team finish it up, you know. Nice little intro, you ask me. All right, sorry for the loud beginning, but you know, that's the way it goes sometimes. You know. All right, we got 6th place on that one. Not too bad, not too bad. We did a little bit. We didn't do enough to be the main impact, but we definitely were support, genuine support. Not free first place play to support the whole time, but genuine support. All right, classic match right here, guys. You're going to see a lot of people either hide out in that J line, right? We all know this if you play in these days. You know, early 2025 it is currently. You know, only a quarter of the way through the year already almost. Look at that. They went nowhere. Basically should have just stayed where they spawned. I thought they were participants. Probably not. But watch me go out here and die. Watch this, guys. Now, this is somebody going out there and dying, correct? Ah, look at this guy. He's driving out there in enemy territory all by himself. This is probably what the 14 other players are thinking right now. Ready? Listen, hear me out. Continuing. Oh man, that guy's so going out there and dying. I can't believe he expects us to play the game and help him while he's doing that. But here's the reality, guys. While I'm doing this, I have 8 tanks currently worried about me. I have a light tank currently trying to chase me down to the point it cuts me off or runs me off the road. I have a medium currently in a back and forth with, right? There's how many tanks up on them track lines, you know, trying to deal with me, also helping these tanks as I traverse around the enemy territory. And yet these players are still barely taking on a light tank, doing nothing but looking for free points against the D-line presence of the enemies that aren't even worried about them. But they're participants, correct? Oh, look at this, the first time I actually went out there and died this game so far. Oh my. Oh, look at this. He might not even still go out there and die. OMG, people. Do you see the different level of participation you get out of somebody actually playing the game? And do you see the level of presence in the game that somebody gets for not even playing the game, but having people play the game for them? Look at them. Every one of them 9 tanks, nobody's involved in anything. And now that I'm dead, they're actually... Now this is fast forwarded at this point, mind you. These aren't how fast they're moving around the map. Believe me, they don't move around the map that fast, even though their tanks are probably capable of doing it twice as fast. But here you go, another free loss. Another free loss. A game that had no reason, we had no reason losing it. The only reason we lost is because of the lack of participation and teammate presence in the game. Look at this. It's just sad. You could see the seconds chipping away as the game plays, and how these enemies are just dogging our teammates one after another because they play like a bunch of scapegoat, needing an advantage to even win ass bums. Not me, though. You see it. You know what I mean? Not just the good games or decent games or even never bad games that I show you. Which I think is a lie, because I show you guys a mix of a lot of it. Not just through YouTube. Another match. Here we go. Check this one out. Let me collect myself here for a second, people. I already know what's about to happen. I'm in a FV 107. Right? I already know what's about to happen here. I'm going to have to play the game for them, dodge every bullet that is even being shot probably, because I'm the only one near the enemies. Alright, I'm sorry, I'm exaggerating a little bit, but seriously, when you guys play as Overwatch, do you really think you're helping the people that are in the actual battle? Not just on a piece of the field that is maybe around a battle? Because I'm not going to call it a battlefield. When you play like this, when you play like they do, look at them. From the 8-9 to the 0 lines. From the 8 line to the 0 lines. A bunch of chicken shit bums. That's what they are, and that's why they play like that. If they were actually capable of playing the game, they would make an attempt. Such as that other light tank now supporting me in the encounter that I'm dealing with, as I chose to participate in this game. Regardless of how, that's irrelevant. I chose to participate, is my point. Now, look at this South 87890 lines. These guys have no genuine presence. Look at them, shooting at, we just saw them. You saw that bullet fly across. They're shooting at tanks that are fighting us. You tell me how they carry their killer twos worth by the end of the game means they're good at it. They didn't even earn those points. You see me, I'm out here playing, yeah, I'm in a FV 107, quite a mobile and agile tank, right? Quite capable of entertaining the battlefield, right? They're not much different, guys, let's be honest. You know, tanks like this one, it just has a little bit more of an edge in certain areas than other ones. But those tanks have a better edge in else places. Like, they have a lot more armor than me. I mean, I'm 120 deflection, might have one of the most deflecting numbers collected so far on our team, but I'm still only 120 deflection in a FV 107. Okay? They are running around in armored vehicles, and they refuse to learn how to use them. That's why some people be so upset at the fact that they have to even play with you guys. Look at this. Look at this. This is embarrassing. It really is. You have one medium in the 4 line fighting 3 medium enemies. And then how many teammates not even helping? Those tanks should be dead if they are overwatching. Those 3 medium enemies, they should be dead. The fact that that medium was there distracting them for them to get exposure shots or you know, counter shots, that they shouldn't even be. It shouldn't even be a 3 medium enemy versus 1 medium teammate with a bunch of Overwatch. It should. That's why they lose. That's why they won't get good at the game, and that's why the good that they think they are is actually worse than somebody who they will claim only goes out there and dies. Watch me only go out there and die, though. for your information, when I did the voiceover, I was a little bit after that, and I started talking. But anyways, when I put the audio track on, that's why it matches up like that. And this was kind of just filler. That's some good going out there and dying, huh, people? Almost like he's a pro at doing it, or he's just so bad at doing it that he can't even go out there and die if that is what he's doing. Nice smoke, could have been wasted potentially, but there is a lot of overwatching barrels, so that smoke could have benefited me. However, there's a smoke right there, so I think that my smoke was wasted, but I don't know if that was my smoke or the other smoke. I think that smoke was a little further behind my smoke, more towards the middle of that area, but I didn't see a second smoke as I rotated back in. Not that I was looking for it though. However, that might have been my smoke, and if it was, it wasn't a wasted smoke. If it wasn't, I thought my smoke was on the next one to the right behind us, not this not this little funnel hole right there. Man, look at that going out there and dying stuff that this guy does, man. It's almost like, hey, by the way, I'll be on World of Tanks almost every single night from 9 p.m. to 12 p.m. Eastern time. You know, if you guys think I only show you guys the good stuff. Look at that going out there and dying, people. Oh my gosh, this guy is a madman. You just don't see people doing stuff like that in this game anymore, to be honest about it. How often do you guys see light tanks, even light tanking anymore? You know, the game has really gone downhill as far as player skill community-wise goes. I used to say, everybody said it, you know, 10 years ago when we were playing this game in the, you know, fresh out the beta, you know, running around in World War era tank, or World War tier tanks, you know, playing ranked mode. We knew this stuff. It's legitimately 3 to 5 people playing the game for everybody, and it was provable when we had ranked mode. We used to be one player taking out 3 to 5 of the enemies every game, getting just about 3/4 to half of every kill that we got. And the only help we would get was the Overwatch. So we get, you know, why when Cold War came out, everybody started playing like this. You no longer have arties back there able to shotgun or steal your long-range points, you know. I think they should bring artillery back to Cold War. I think artillery would add I think it would add a factor to the Cold War gameplay that would eliminate this whole, you know, because who's going to want to Overwatch with an artillery right behind them? If they get to that Overwatch, artillery's the big gun. They're probably going to be, you know, targeted, but they'll be the ones to be able to, like, shotgun the crap out of something, right? These other guys, this guy's used to shotgun. You know, artilleries are used to that. These people that play Overwatch, that's why they have no experience besides dog pals and Alamos. They have no genuine experience battling besides dog pals and Alamos, which is why they will not get better at the game. And someone like me who goes out there and dies, but is actually experiencing and evolving from the actual battles, you know, real, genuine battle experiences. Like, this one is a low-class battle experience. I just happened to find a guy, you know, he was in front of me. I caught him from behind and finished him off, right? That's not like when I go in there and just circle a tank and earn me my kills worth. That's a different type of battle. Anyways, that's it for this episode. I'm sorry I ain't made one in a while with, you know, the voiceovers and stuff, but I appreciate you, and I'm making more of them. I've just been really busy with life, and I appreciate you, man. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you.